here would be 3 as well. You're actually going to be deployed, so it does make sense for you. Downtime lost. Thank you very much for the subscription there to Arian Silva. That's super kind of you. Sorry for that. I'm watching on toast, so I have to tap the screen to see that. Oh, no worries at all. Doesn't cost me anything to answer a question. And I've been doing content creation long enough to have learned long ago, back in the before times. Come around, children. Sit about the fire. Let me tell you a story. Used to be, especially when I was very new to like YouTube, when I was first out, like a few hundred subscribers, I would sometimes get frustrated with people if they asked the same question in, like, it wasn't so much a problem. Like, I understood that some people might enter a series midway through. So if the question was asked once or twice a video, I had no issue with it. But if the question was asked 5 or 6 times in the video, I was like, well, why don't you just read the comments? You'll see that the question's been asked, and I've answered it. But over time, I really got to the point of understanding that, look, from someone else's perspective, like from my perspective, I've been asked this question like a dozen times this video. But from every individual person's perspective who asked the question, it had been asked once as far as they knew. And it's one of these things that you get used to it. You get used to answering the same question. It can still sometimes get a little bit like, oh, really? I'm still giving the answer to this question. Why haven't I been asked again? But even then, there's still that little part at the back of my head. It's like, they may have just joined the stream. There's no guarantee that this isn't, they literally just joined. Oh, I can't add it here. Oh, does this need to be militarized? No, it is militarized. Why do I not see efficiency? Oh, there we are. Oh, maximum of 2. Oh. Ah, because I've got insulated engine assembly. Increases the durability of the ship's engine by 100. Well, that's fine. We'll drop that in exchange for this, I think. But yeah, it's one of those things, you get used to it pretty quickly. Or you don't, and you're just salty forever, but... I can't speak for everyone who does this. I know some people still get a bit bent out of shape, but I'm like... they're not doing it to annoy you. They genuinely want the answer. Can we get an egg tier list from you? An egg tier list? The egg tier list for me would be ostrich, emu, chicken, fish. I mean, caviar is all well and good, okay? But it's just really hard to get, and it's expensive for what it is, okay? Oh, how to prepare it? Oh, that's different. That's very different. So you're just asking me to rate the eggs. I didn't want to be all controversial and say human. Because if you think humans don't lay eggs, they absolutely do. They just don't lay them. They have them, though. Get Swedish caviar. Oh, wasn't I just talking about how expensive and difficult to get it was? It's like chat doesn't even listen sometimes. We will drop this. Yep. Finish the override. Okay, right, we're going to get rid of you. Maybe. Yeah, I have a spare key for Starsector. I forgot, I already bought it. And bought it again, so if you want, you could raffle it off to view it. And I could give them the key in a DM. Wow, Zangiri, that's incredibly kind of you. Alright then, chat. Alright. First and foremost, I'm going to strip you down. Tonk. And I'm going to see about selling you. I can... Without the gun, it's 37 credit. Alright, well, this is an experiment. It's 37 credits now, and it's going to cost me 25 supplies. There's no way this is going to be worth like an appreciable fraction of this cruiser's value. I don't even need to do this test. This is a bad investment, okay? As it is, there's no way, because it would be nearly enough. It would have to nearly enough be a third of this cruiser, whilst fully fitted, for me to make a profit on that. So I'm just going to sell it. No, I was going to say maybe we just for science it, but I can already tell. I can already tell. But all right. Yeah, some experiments aren't worth running. Now, that would be a net loss. Maybe if I had loads more money, but no. Never look up trypophobia in image search, because there are a bunch of jerks who like to use makeup to make it look like some hive insect has burrowed into their skin. Well, half the time it's not even makeup. It's just, Photoshop skills, but sure. I mean, I feel, Sir Alasol, this needs to be... I'm going to call you out now, but please don't take it too personally. I feel that don't look up X on Google if X bothers you is the sort of advice that doesn't need to be given as advice. And if it does, I think there are bigger problems than X being in your life. Right. We've got our fleet. We've got things to do. I think it's a reasonable fleet. Let's go ahead and do a quick raffle. Zhang has got a key. That's incredibly kind of you, Zhang. All right, so. We'll do a quick raffle. Type this in chat. Nightbot is watching. We'll select one randomly, and then you just need to DM Zangiri. That is super, super kind of you. Hey, Grugenvids. Let me bring up Starsector again so you can at least have some music. I have been attacked by Yellowjackets many times, so it may be mild phobia that I was not aware of until I did the search. Well, I mean, okay, I will say that if you weren't aware it was going to bother you, and then you looked it up, and then it bothered you, that's again, it's. I mean, it's not really something you can avoid. It's like, don't eat things that you could be allergic to, especially if you don't know if you're allergic to them. Would kind of rule out vast amounts of food. If you just kind of change the advice you're given to something else and to see if it would be silly in that form, We're just doing a quick giveaway. Zangiri has a spare Starsector key. Wasn't aware he already had one, so he's raffling away the other one. The keyword should have been Starfarer. I mean, that would have been pretty cool, yes, but most people wouldn't have gotten it anyway. All right. I'm going to... Where are we going to go? I mean, I could hunt down some more scallywags in here for a couple of extra credits here and there, and that might be worth doing. Or I could go to Aztlan and pick up a bunch of supplies. I'd only need 39 fuel and 3.3 days of base burn level. But yeah, if you type Sector Star in chat right now, then there'll be a chance that Nightbot will select you. And then you'll just need to shoot Zangiri a quick message in DM, and you can get all of that sorted out between yourselves. Right, I will have Nightbot roll the winner once we hit hyperspace. I think that's fair. Let's go. What a beautiful star. Oh wow. Okay, I'm changing my mind. We're not gonna hit hyperspace just yet. So calm your jets. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's cut the burn. What do we have here? It's possible something of value could be found. There's significant risk though. 79% chance of finding something. Sure. That was well worth it. That was well worth it, in fact. Okay, I accept. And we've also got a derelict hound. I need to use a story point to get it, so I'm just going to salvage it. There's this debris field. You know what? Sure, we'll hit this debris field as well. There's a scavenger out on a Oh, okay. There's some pirates fighting over there. Fair enough. So you got a couple more seconds. Brought to you by my need to salvage the everything. 152% chance of getting some good stuff here. Wow. That was worth waiting for. That is some cash money right there. That proof. Is there going to be more stuff that I can gather here? Or is it gone now? Contains nothing of value. No, you get one opportunity. One and only one. But that was a sweet haul. That has given us 203 supplies. Our cargo hold is... Where is our cargo hold? Is this our cargo hold? No. There we are. We've actually got quite a lot of space in our cargo hold. Yeah, that was like basically 1.5 100% hauls. And just a little bit less than that, but we're getting over 100% scavenging effectiveness now, which is actually really nice. Look at that. Okay. Not bad at all. That brought us in quite a lot of cash there. Quite a lot. Right, I'm going to go dark. We've got a couple of fleets moving in. Executing search pattern. I don't really want to tangle with you while the other one is there. Okay, I guess I am. Ah, balls. Okay. Their fleet is kind of junk, but so is ours. Alright. We're going to do the giveaway before we get into this fight, though. So, let's see. Who's going to get it? And... Bonneblatt. There you go. If you could DM Zangiri, I'll just paste it back in here. So Zangiri also has the name. Then Zangiri will hook you up with the key, I'm sure. Congratulations. Yeah, the scavenging mechanic was changed to be a one-time only and give out much better results. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm a little bit concerned about this fleet, though. It's got lots of interceptors, which is going to mean my missiles are going to be garbage. What do you think, chat? Should we attempt to disengage? Should we use a story point to guarantee we can disengage? I mean, I'll get it back because it's got 100% EXP. I'm kind of feeling we need to play smart here. Who exactly do I have to DM? Zangiri. Yeah, I think we're going to use a story point. We're going to move her out of the way. The enemy forces harass your ships as they retreat, causing much disruption, but ultimately do not force battle. They're just going to move away. Combat readiness is down, but that's fine. Just drop a quick save there. Allow repairs to be complete. Then we're going to move in and try and take him on again. Get a little bit of extra cash. Okay. What I could do is I could ping. Get a much better readout on where people are. Unfortunately, we're kind of a big target right now. A little bit of monthly income there, nice. But we've got the supplies. So I'm going to ping. Okay. You coming back? Ouch. Smash those asteroids there. Okay, you're far enough away that I can probably get you into a fight without the whole system. Ooh, you're actually reasonably big. Okay, that's fine. This is a smaller fleet, at least. It's mostly... This is all the interceptors. I'm fine with that. This is actually the first time I've ever won anything in a raffle. Well, I'm really glad to hear it, mate. I hope you really enjoyed the game. Zangiri's already sent the DM with the key. Just waiting on a response. Okay, moving to disengage. Oh, then forces. Ah, that was not what I meant to play. Damn it, I did it again. Why did I do that a second time? Because I'm a dummy and I was reading chat. That's why. So I need to burn out a bunch of supplies while I wait for that to get fixed. Okay, back down to the 3. Can't believe I did it the second time. But I'm very glad the key has now been delivered. That's the main thing. I think you're a smaller fleet, so it's going to be... Yeah, this is going to be a much easier fight. What I don't want is necessarily for the station to get involved, so... Let's hope that it doesn't. Will it, though? Maybe. Keep out of its way. Right, it should be far enough away now. No longer holding position. There we go. Finally, we can actually get into a fight. They're fleeing now. God damn it. We can harry their retreat, reduces the combat readiness of all disengaging ships as if they were deployed in combat. Also slows down your fleet for a while as your forces require time to reorganize after harassing action. Or we can just pursue them. I only used one story point. The second time I just evaded. Great thing is I have time to play tomorrow, so this is an amazing thing that I can play Starsector. I'm super happy to hear it, mate. I really hope you enjoy. Right, let's take command for this action. Now, pursuing is a bit of a different bag. I'm going to have you deploy from the left. I'm going to have the drone tender deploy from the right. Should I deploy you? I don't know. Left, right, and I'm not going to deploy you. There's no point. But I might deploy myself just to chase them down the middle, and you as well. It's 25 supplies to get things back, but that's fine. All right. Move in. I want you on them, and they're the one I'm going to go for as well. I don't need to do that. Alright, let's go. Sure. Okay. Engage. Missiles away. You two are in position. Go for them instead. Get rid of that node. You two in position. Go for them as well. Get rid of that node. Now they managed to capture this nav beacon on the way. Sadly. I'm so bloody slow. I really want you to get in there. Right, at this point I'm going to say... go ahead. Me take that. I'm going to leave you on autopilot. And I'm going to watch the fight from over here. Come on. Let's finish him off. Come on. Just need one more hit. Which is vexing. The rest of you, change target. I'll follow this one. There we go. That's all we needed from you. Right, that doesn't need to be defended anymore. You carry on moving. We've now got the speed advantage. I'd like you to go and help out there. And you can continue pursuing this. It's going to take you an age, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's have a watch of you. How's this going? Okay, the fighters are now engaging properly. There we go. You might get out of here, but I don't really care too much. Actually, I lie. I do care. Get him! Don't let him get away. No survivors! At this point, the only ship that has any chance of getting up there in time is the Wolf. Only one that has any real chance is the Wolf. Come on. That's fine. You're probably going to overload. Perfect. And the fighters are in there. Okay, this is over now. Hop. There we go. Enemy fleet is defeated. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't fire its thumper at all. Like, it doesn't appear to me where that would work. It appears Aavak is successfully creating his own Imperium Militaris. Target, goal, absolute. Oh, did I turn off the autopilot? I may have. It's a little bit fat-fingered in those kind of situations. My favourite frigate is the Scarab, but it's kind of OP. The temporal shell ability is insane. I have no idea what that frigate is. Preliminary reports indicate the 4 crew were lost. Sadness. If there was a Wolf there that I could have grabbed, I might have. Another Hound wouldn't necessarily be an awful one, but this one has degraded engines and faulty power grid, so it's like, no. More cargo is already good, but... Compromised armor, faulty power grid, structural damage. I left 3.5 hours ago, and Aavak is still streaming. You can always count on Aavak. I mean, if we know each other very well, yes, kind of just lying there on my reindeer fur rug in front of the fire, and you're just kind of counting your fingers, walking up my side. But only if we've gotten to know each other very well at that point. You can't just do that randomly. That's called harassment. Unless you've got a good smile and a pretty 10 out of 10 wink, then maybe it's not. I mean, I could. It would require a lot of materials to get back, but I wouldn't mind it. That extra cargo capacity would be nice. You're welcome, Avocado Witchnits. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. Sorry, that one. Do the wreckage. Decent amount of supplies. Continue. However, we are promptly going to mothball you until I get somewhere where I can properly repair you. I don't want to repair you on the fly. Alright, okay, repairs complete, repairs complete. Got a skill point. Woohoo! And we got a bunch of bounty as well. Okay, skill point time. Now, to get this, I need 3 lower skills. But, I mean, it would be kind of nice to do. But for now, no. Fighter uplink. All fighters and grants increased effect to ships with officers, including the flagship. Okay. Minus 50% crews lost due to fighter losses in combat. Plus 20% top speed. Plus 50% target leading accuracy. Minimum at 8 or less fighter bays in your fleet. You have 4 currently. Oh, sorry, maximum effect. Effect increased by 1.5 times for ships with officers, including the flagship. Recovery shuttles would reduce fighter pilot casualties. You haven't seen the new skill window. Okay, well, the first thing you need to know is, generally speaking, there are 2 or 3 skills which their effects are just straight up not there anymore, and a couple where their effects have now been merged into later skills. Probably one of the more interesting ones that lots of people think of is the one that will remove a demod is now considered an elite skill. You no longer have to pick a skill and then the next and then the next and then the next, but it's always a choice. You can put, like, I could put one there if I wanted to, if I didn't want to pick something up here. This requires at least 1 skill from the first tier. This one requires at least 2 skills from a lower tier. Not 1 skill from tier 2, just 2 skills from lower tiers. This one requires 4 skills from lower tiers. This is the elites. We've got the redacted one over there, so on and so forth. This one does require 3 lower skills. But that's just the way that one is. That one requires 2 lower skills, 1 lower skill, so on and so forth. Carrier group, plus 50% fighter replacement. Effect increased by 1.5. Hull mod, converted fighter bay, converted hangar, expanded deck crew. We've got all sorts of things down here. Helmsman, more maneuverability, more top speed. Very nice. Impact mitigation. Damage control is fantastic, plus 15% maximum combat readiness, which would basically mean that my piloted ship would usually have 100% in its combat readiness. You're glad the meme face skill is still... This one. Point defense is just nice. Target analysis is okay. Damage control is genuinely pretty good. In terms of... Here, bulk transport would give us much more cargo capacity. And increases the burn level of all non-militarized civilian-grade ships by 2. Now, that one is kind of amazing, because right now, a lot of the reason why I use militarized ships is to get the burn level up. Yeah, there is still a maximum level. It's 15. So, you could max out, and by max out, I mean get 1 skill in 3 of the elite skills. With no additional waste. Just as many skills as required to get 1 elite skill in 3 of them, and none in the other, or kind of spread things out. I am thinking my main ship does need speed, yeah. But fighter uplink is pretty amazing, because then my fighters wouldn't need as much speed, and they could get into a fight much faster. All combat ships, including carriers and militarized civilian ships, plus 5% weapon damage for combat ships. Ground operations, plus 50% effectiveness of ground operations, such as raids. Minus 25% marine casualties suffered. We're not really doing that right now, but... Plus 50% ship repair rate outside of combat. 25% of hull and armor damage taken repaired after combat ends at no cost. Recovered ships restart with 30 to 40% hull integrity and 30 to 40% combat readiness. That would straight up drop supplies used. Ordnance expertise, plus 2%, plus 2 flux dissipation per ordnance point spent on weapons. And then at elite, plus 20 flux capacity per ordnance point. Or polarized armor, maximum damage reduction by armor increase from 85 to 90. But I'm really kind of feeling the fighters would be great. The sort of idea that I had going into this run was to really focus on carriers. Hull restoration is... Which one is hull restoration? Oh, yeah. Hull restoration. Yeah. It's more OP than old field repairs, yeah. All of your ships are almost always recoverable if lost in combat. Ships lost in combat have a 75% chance, if 60 deployment points or higher, to 90%, 5 deployment points or lower, chance to avoid demods. It's kind of bonkers, that one. Chance to remove 1 demod per month from a randomly selected ship in your fleet. Chance to quickly remove 1 demod from a newly acquired ship, higher for ships with more demods. 5% plus 5% maximum combat readiness per S mod built into the hull. That is crazy good. The other one, deployment points cost for ships reduced by 6% per D-mod. And D-hull deployment cost reduction also applies to maintenance costs. So, you know, you'd be able to keep a janky ship for cheaper. And yeah, with officer management and officer training plus cybernetics. Where is cybernetics? That one is kind of crazy. +2 to maximum number of elite skills for officers under your command. And then these two as well gives you absolutely bonkers things. Now, honestly, this one is still the one I'm going to take. It's just for me a no-brainer. But I am going to be honest. Neural Link is actually such a strong skill that automated ships is no longer a no-brainer for me. Redacted is no longer an automatic get for me. I might still get it, but I feel that Neuralink is a sufficiently chonky option that it actually now competes with the ability to get automated ships. So to go over that, all automated ships enables the recovery of some automated ships, such as derelict drones. Automated ships can only be captained by AI cores, plus 100% combat readiness, maximum is 100%, offsets built-in 100% penalty. Maximum of 120 or less automated ship points. Whereas, and the total automated ship points are equal to the deployment point cost for all automated ships in the fleet, with a multiplier for installed AI cores. ×4 for an alpha core, 3 for a beta core, and 2 for a gamma core. Due to safely interlocks, ships with AI cores do not contribute to the deployment point distribution. Alright, so the thing with this is if you had what is it? Isn't a Radiant basically the automated battle cruiser 60 points? But yeah, ships with AI cores do not contribute to the deployment point distribution. It changes a lot. However, you've got Neural Link, okay? Now this might blow your mind a bit. Ships with neural interface hull mods. Why should a captain go down with the ship? The Tritachyon Corporation does not waste top talent. Enables rapid switching between two ships. If the combined deployment cost is 50 points or below, the neural transfer is instant. Otherwise, it takes a few seconds, based on how much the threshold is exceeded. Both the linked ships benefit from your personal combat skills at all times, even when you're in the different, in the other ship. And yeah, 1400k. Neural Link might blow your mind. Sounds like a bug. Yeah, that should be checked out. We need to run it through R&D a few more times. Though certain effects that modify ship stats at the start of combat, such as increasing ammo capacity, only apply to the flagship, so the one you started the fight in. But, yes, and this is new. You've got to have the hull mod, Neural Interface, which will allow you to switch between those ships. But there's another one, Neural Integrator, specialized neural interface for automated ships. So, if I'm reading that right, if I'm reading this right, you could have a Radiant that you control via the neural integrator. That would mean that the combat readiness of that Radiant would be mitigate completely the minus 100% penalty. You would have a Radiant with your combat skills. Radiant is the boss type thing, the Sunsucker? No, I think you're thinking of Sunsucker. Are you talking about the Coronal Tap? I don't think I counted a Radiant at the Coronal Tap. I think it was just a chonky feat in like a red system. Yeah, it really is kind of pulling me towards the ultra high tech group, but I really like the idea of just having carriers. I don't know if there is an automated carrier ship. Radiants are the big redacted, not the ultra redacted, or the super redacted, or the redacted redacteds. There is one automated carrier ship. I like the idea of this. I like it a lot. Okay, well, where am I putting my skill point this time, though? That's the thing we need to decide. I could start popping through here. Minus 30% terrain movement penalty from all applicable terrain, plus 1 maximum burn level. Increase the burn bonus of the sustained burn ability by 1. It would mean that I could catch people in asteroid belts a lot better. This would mean that I could ambush people a lot better. And also it would give me the neutrino detector. However, for right now, for the very right now, what would be the best thing for me to go for, I'm wondering. I'm feeling that it's probably one of these. Yeah, transverse jumping is still a thing. I think I'm going to keep with piloting the carrier. And so I'm going to grab faster fighters and better target leading accuracy. Punk. Still got nothing to invest my story points in, so that's fine. Okay. I could go and say hello to this place if I wanted to. Could also pop a quick scan. Nothing on radar? Yeah, there's something just to the south of us. Oh. Oh! Did the mining station... That mining station just went sideways. Okay, your fleet approaches the Iraq mining station. Your recent actions around the mining station have generated a lot of local interest, and simply coming in with the transponder off is no longer sufficient to go unnoticed. Judging from the current level of comm chatter and news reports, you may estimate it'll take at least 2 weeks. Okay. But aren't they changing? Oh, will you please stop bumping into asteroids? My lord. Stop bumping into asteroids, especially when I'm not in the bloody asteroid belt. Rude. Heyo, will I tell you? Sorry, will tell you, rather. Who be that? Unidentified entity. Let's creep up on it. Star Mage is repaired. Atomic steam engine repaired. It's a hound. I mean, that's not terrible, I suppose. I'm not going to spend a story point to get it back. Alright, time for us to leave then. Chat. We've explored that one, we've explored this one. Pop the transponder on until we're out of the system, just in case we run into any patrols. There's another something over here. Hammerhead. How messed up is it? Lasting damage, degraded engines, compromised armor, and faulty... No, I don't want another faulty power grid, no. That is not what I'm looking for. Alright, the question is then, where are we going? Some stuff going on in Aztlan, I think. Oh, we've still got to deliver to Jangala, I guess. Or is the... Oh, the bounty's gone from Aztlan, okay. Exploration. Still got to get a pirate base. Got a couple of things around there that I need to go and check out. Let me have a quick gander. Still one of the better places to buy supplies, which I could then sell to Luddic Path. I don't really want to sell to the Luddic Path, though. I mean, I could make a decent trade with it, though, but still. Kind of scummy, that one. How about you? Could buy for very good in Samara. Or Nachiketa. And I could sell to the Persian League for 58. Nah, not as good of a return, that one. I haven't gone to Cottle Station for the drink he was promised. I haven't yet, Akira Bone. I have not. Actually, you know what? Let's find out. Where's... Oh. Okay, order the jump to hyperspace. There's a pirate! Damn it! Fleet has entered hyperspace. I know. Should we go back and have a quick fight? We might want to. Is there a way of me finding where that station is? Oh no, no, there we are. So yeah, okay. We'll go to Aslan then. Go to that station for the drink. First, okay, they're on the move, so they weren't taken out. Are they pirates? It's a reasonably sized fleet by the seams of it. Coming back this way? Okay, going dark. Let's ping. Seem to be on the move. Kinda want to find out what they are. Now that they're in the clouds, they should be slowed down. Wow, they're moving... Hang on a second. Ah, oh, damn it! You know what that is? Ah, yes, all the fun new additions to hyperspace. That's a sensor ghost. It's a sensor ghost. It's keeping position with me. Who be you? Smugglers returning to Jangala with crew. That is too much of a fight for me. Yeah, that's a sensor ghost. That is a chunky big convoy. Way too chunky big for me. Delivering recreational drugs and harvested organs to Kathleen. You, however, are not too chunky big for me. So don't mind me. I just duck in here and dunk. I'm gone. I think you might have already spotted me though. You're gonna get in a fight, are you? No, I don't think so. I think we've already lost them, sadly. We're burning through fuel and supplies while I'm out here, but that's fine. If I'd been able to get a little bit further out of sight of their range before I went dark, I would have gone for it, but not sure. You may have already caught me, so gonna find out about you. Activity in Aslan again. Ooh, a Colossus class heavy freighter. The ship's memory banks are partially accessible and contain information indicating that a derelict ship is orbiting a jump point in the Beta Marathon star system. The vessel is likely to be at least cruiser-sized. Duly noted. How big of a mess is this? Compromised storage, erratic fuel injectors, damaged drive field, increased maintenance. No. I mean, it's crazy good cargo capacity, but no. Is big chunk, but also big break. Big bad. Big not work. Big work bad. This is the sort of ship that I would allow my enemy to get so that it would hobble the rest of the fleet. I'm going to salvage it. Yeah, I'd be using all of its cargo cap just to keep it going. Now then. Eventide would very much like these. The Luddic Path would pay handsomely for it. I'm not going to supply the Luddic Path with weapons, though. It's not on my list of things to do. Where would you be willing to pay? Nowhere really close. Oh, actually, no, we could drop this off in a place where we could grab some extra fuel. Sure. That should be safe in my shielded cargo for now. Be you. Whoever you be, you already know who I am. So unless you're someone who wants to fight with me, you are. Ha, well, I mean, you don't. You patently don't want to fight with me, but you don't get a choice. Alright, they've got a strike destroyer, an attack frigate, a standard shuttle, and a standard combat freighter. What kind of D-mods? Decently. This fleet is falling apart, but then again, mine is not much better. Yeah, those 151 weapons, big jackpot there. Alright, move in to engage. The opposing fleet moves in to join the battle. Okay, continue then. Should we deploy all of our combat ships this time? Let's not bring in the combat freighter. Let's not bring in my combat freighter. We will have the drone tender, though. I will set this one up in time, but right now it's not a big one. Yeah, finding a hotspot to offload the armaments, but I don't really want to start arming the Luddic Path right now. I know it doesn't really affect me until I've got a colony, but I still feel garbage for doing it. We're not out here to ruin the lives of simple, honest folk. I'm totally okay with making off with fat cats, fat stacks of cash, but, you know, arming extremists so that it can blow up refineries and stuff where, you know, the miners and the refiners are working, not the fat cats with the fat stacks of cash. That's not on my agenda right now. It's always a good idea to keep some frigates in reserve as well, since they lose combat rating faster. Yeah, no, exactly. So we're going to go in here with a decent punchy group. The wolf, I would love more wolves, but this is going to be all we go with for now. Alright. I would like you to hang out there. I would like you to hang out with me. Kind of like you to hang out with the carrier, but we'll see how that goes. See what we've got out here. Okay, some good choice peeps for us to eat. You can easily handle him. I would like you to... Actually, yeah, you just hang tight with the hammerhead. Got more peeps on the way. Ooh. Come back with me. Allow them to do their thing. Launch! Go forth, fighters! Do terrible things to the enemy. Okay, this is going for you. He's going down shortly, I imagine. Great. Switching targets. Get in there. Bounce these rocks. Whoop, threading the needle. Some missiles again. There's a lot of missiles there, so this may actually overload. Sadly, no. Okay. Try again. Oh, he's venting flux. Okay, now's your chance. Get in there. I really don't like being here, I'm going to be honest. Fighters, help! Thankfully, his flux is way too high for him to really start hurting me, but it's high enough. I'm trying to reverse, but it's not really going my way. Dropping that again. Venting. Are all the others gone? Yes, they are. Yeah, let's get in there. Missiles away. Oh, wow. Those missiles do not have the kind of engagement range that... Oh, right. No, that is the engagement range of the missiles. I thought the missiles were much longer range than that. We're just going to tell everyone to engage and destroy this at this point. Okay, never mind. Done and done. Oof. Why didn't he fire the hammers? He could have killed you. Yeah, that he didn't launch the torpedoes is super lucky. Yeah. There we go. Everything down. Not too much in the way of horrible stuff for us, but let's have a look. Another hound we could take, but too many demods, really. Structural damage, degraded engines, unreliable subsystems. Just to add cargo to our fleet, it wouldn't be terrible, but I don't really care for that. Let's continue. 1,863 credits. Pick through the wreckage. There we go. Reaper class torpedo. 1,200 range. Damage 4,000. Very nasty. Yeah, it's very good at shield flickering to avoid being overloaded. Unless you time the Sabo's heavy kinetic hits to arrive together with the heavy HE shots. Yeah. Yeah, it's only one shot, but I'm a big fan of the fighters that have these. And the fighter that has a Reaper, it's basically a single Reaper torpedo with a cockpit and an engine on it, was the basis of my plan to make a rideable missile launcher or torpedo launcher in Starbase. Basically, that's the sole was it inspiration behind that, was to have just a little ship. But sadly, they disabled the way that you could carry ships with you in static fields. But I had in my mind just a couple of ships in stasis fields on a carrier ship, just deploying them out in the asteroid belt, and they could just wait there. Basically, just a little rocket launcher with a thruster and a cockpit on top. And that's all it would be. Truly marvelous. It would have been, I assure you. Enforcer class destroyer. Okay. Huh. How messed up is it, though? Compromised hull, erratic fuel injector, and degraded shields. I mean, Enforcer class ships commonly serve in the system or convoy defense role. The design features good armor and multiple ballistic hardpoints, while shield performance is somewhat underwhelming. The ship has suffered extensive... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's the ship we destroyed last. Have I ever played, or would I ever play, Subnautica? I have played it, and I really enjoy it, yeah. I don't think we want this. I mean, they're not terrible demods either, just the fuel, really. The hull integrity is a bit of an issue, but... I've got so many points. Okay, I'll recover it. Can I bring it up? Right, fleets, immediately mothball. I'm going to keep it there for now. Transponder and jump. Alright, there we are. Barren bombarded world. This barren moon of Tlalcan is wormed through with tunnels, bunkers, hangars, silos, and batteries. It forms a key hegemony military base which controls the Astlan system without being so close to Chikomostok as to get caught up in the local politics. Very well. Code Bastion. Oh, we got our... Okay, bounce, bounce, bounce. No, yay. Hooray! We're here! We're here for our drink! You take the shuttle down to the main concourse and quickly find a likely-looking establishment. You enter the crowded well-lit space and take in the rows of taps adorning the wall and bottles from every one of the core worlds and a few from elsewhere. Merchant captains mingle with off-duty officers at the bar, served efficiently by the uninformed staff. In one corner, a pack of Navy cadets shout and sing desperately, enjoying their last work shift of freedom. At the bar, you see the lieutenant you met. They actually do account for it. Ah, why did I doubt you, game? Of course. Of course they account for it. They literally gave you the name of a station where he would buy you a drink. This is awesome. I'm unreasonably happy about this. At the bar, you see the lieutenant you met at the Glacier Academy. You recall that he offered to buy you a pint if you ever made it to Kotal. At a corner table, a spacer in a dirty uniform is quietly drowning his sorrows. You recognize a high-ranking officer of the hegemony in a private booth, and it looks like they recognize you because an adjutant is sent over to invite you over for a word. Take the lieutenant up on the offer for a pint. You start to introduce yourself, but before you can get 2 words out, Lieutenant Scene Key interrupts you. Captain Epidicus Olympus. Why did I say Olympus? Such a weird way. Captain Epidicus Olympus. Of course. How could I forget? What an operation. He rolls his eyes in mock exasperation. Dealing with the academicians, right? He buys you that pint, and a couple more. And he relives those memories. We got him, you know, he says. Calico. That's his name. Was the boss of the academy who okayed that mad science experiment. Almost doomed everyone in the system. Can you believe that? Potential contact. Nice. Type military, importance medium. Just smile and nod. You're right. Totally. I mean, it was irresponsible. Look. Well, I mean, as someone who does... On occasion, chat. Occasionally I have been known to utter the words for science. But whilst I am bright enough to know that you should always for science, I am also bright enough to know that when someone is upset with someone else for sciencing, the best course of action is to nod and to agree with how irresponsible such for sciencing was. Because deep down, I know that if I for scienced it, I would have gotten it right. And people would have been lauding my name in the streets, carrying banners, fluttering them in the breeze. Children would be dancing and singing because I would have stabilized the walk. I didn't for science it, and thus it went horribly, horribly wrong. What a terrible, irresponsible thing to do. You're right. Lieutenant is silent for a moment, looking at you. Then he bursts out laughing and slaps your back. Hey, I like you, Epidicus Olympus. I said Olympus wrong again. If you ever find yourself back around Kotal, look me up. The Navy contracts out some odd jobs. You never know what might come up. He suppresses a belch and stands. Duty calls, then stumbles towards the lavatories. Fair enough. Take a look at the bar. Oh, to have a lab coat-related emote. For science! Ooh, I will look into this for you. There's always time for science, especially if there's cake. They could have tested it on the ring in Dead. Yeah, see, that would have been wise. Sounds like you'd be a Vic person. One of the mod factions. Would I? Aavak with a lab coat. I mean, I've got... I approve of the fact that there is a science emote there. Quill science. Oh, that's perfect. I approve for Tina Decay, truly. Medium importance military contact, eh? If we pop out here to a comm directory... Yeah, it's an officer. Dismiss this for a second and bring up this. Is there anything I can do with that? I don't know.